Hello everybody and welcome to this channel, Milestone Study. If you are new to our channel, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and like this video so that I know that I'm doing a great job. Comment anything below and we'll reply to your queries and your concerns. Also remember that you can use our website milestonestudy.com.au to practice all the necessary practice questions and take a mock test as well. For a free trial, please refer to the video that is linked below in the description. For all other class queries as well, you have our number in the description. Hello everyone, welcome to Milestone Study. My name is Anjita. I'm one of the PTE tutors at Milestone Study. In this video, we are going to talk about 4 modules that comes in PTE Core, and I'm going to give you templates that you can use to get your desired score. Let's get started. Before we start, let's get to know what PTE Core is and who can take this test. PTE Core is a computer-based English test where your speaking, writing, reading, and listening will be tested. This test is for those who are applying for a permanent residency in Canada or applying for citizenship. This is a 2 hours long test with 90 total score, and there are a total of 90 types of questions. So we'll start with the first, that is speaking. Now for PTE, your speaking and writing section is considered as part 1, reading as part 2, and listening as part 3. So first part, speaking and writing, the total time you get is 50 minutes with 5 questions under speaking section and 2 questions under writing. You'll take 15 minutes to do speaking and then 35 minutes to do writing. The next part is reading, where you get 5 questions under reading section to do it within 30 minutes. The next one is listening. You get 7 questions and the total time is 30 minutes. So now we'll start with the questions that you get under speaking. This is a table where all the basic details are there. First, we have task, then we have prompt description, time, beep tone, number of question, and marks. For task, the first question is read aloud, which is one of the most important questions in speaking as well as for whole PTE. After read aloud, you will get repeat sentence. The third is describe image. The fourth question is respond to a situation. And the last one is answer short question. The questions that you see in stars are important questions. The last one, answered question, is not important, so there is no star there. So to begin with, read aloud is a question where you need to read paragraphs as clearly as possible and as fluently as possible. You'll get a paragraph up to 60 words. You'll get some time to prepare your paragraph before you read it aloud. For the recording time, the time varies, so you have to start speaking as soon as the recording has started. Beep tone means a ting sound that you get before you start recording. It's like a signal that you get before you start. There are going to be a total of 6 questions compulsory that you'll get in this question. And for marking, you get 30 in speaking and 30 in reading. Now, the marking is approximate. It's not exact, so the marks could vary a little bit. But we can definitely say that read aloud gives you a lot of marks for reading and speaking. The next question again is repeat sentence. For repeat sentence, you'll get sentences through an audio. You need to repeat the sentence by memorizing it with fluency and good pronunciation. One sentence will be played at a time. There is no preparation time here. So after the audio is over, you will speak or you will say the sentence right after you see recording on the screen. Once you've recorded your answer, you can click on the next button to submit your answer. There is no signal in here, so you won't hear any beep sound or ting sound in this question. So whether the recording has started or not, you'll need to check your computer screen. There is going to be a total of 10 to 12 sentences that you get, 10 being the compulsory number. You may or may not get 12 sentences. For the marking, we have 30 in speaking and 30 in listening. So if you do this question well, your listening scores will get high. After that, there is a describe image, which is a very easy question. You get an image, you get 25 seconds to prepare for that image and decide what you want to say, what you don't want to say. Then after the recording has started, you get 40 seconds to record your answer. Once you've finished recording everything you had to say, you can click on the next button. There is a beep sound here, of course, so you have to wait for the signal. The number of questions that you get here is 3 to 4, 3 being the compulsory. And then for marking, you get 15 in speaking. Similar to describe image, we have another question that is respond to a situation. Similar, because the strategies that we use for describe image and respond to a situation is very similar. Though the question is different, definitely you get a picture in describe image and you get a situation in respond to a situation. You get an audio and the text for this question. And after the audio is over, you get 20 seconds to prepare what you want to say and how you want to respond to the situation. After the recording has started, you get 40 seconds to record and you have to wait for the ting sound. There are going to be a total of 2 questions in this question, and the total score will be for speaking only, and that is 10. For answer short question, this is an absolutely easy question. You only get 5 questions, 5 general knowledge questions. So you will be asked questions related to general knowledge. You just need to answer these questions in 1 word or 2, 3 words. There is no preparation time here, and there is no ting sound or signal here. You get 1 question per screen. So once you got the question, you think about the question, you answer your question, and click on the next button as soon as you're finished. After this speaking, you move to writing section. For writing section, we have 2 types of question in this one. Summarize written text and write an email. In PT Academic, you get write essay, but here you'll write an email. So for summarized written text, you get a paragraph up to 200 words. You have 10 minutes of time to write a summary of that paragraph. The paragraph can be of only 1 sentence, so your summary can only have 1 full stop. The total word count is 25 to 50, so you can write anything that's between 25 to 50 words, and you get a minimum of 1 and a maximum of 2 questions here. This question involves writing, of course, because you need to type your answers, but at the same time, you will also get marks in reading because you need to read the paragraph. So if you're going to do summarize written text well, your reading marks will definitely increase. And this question is writing email. Now here you need to write an email. You'll get a prompt like what you need to write and what you need to include. You'll have a total of 9 minutes total time, and your word count of writing an email will be 50 to 120 words. You can write anything between 15 to 120 word, and the number of question you get is a minimum of 2. The time is not transferable, guys. So once you do 1 question, let's say there is a total of 9 minutes, you finish your first question within 7 minutes. The rest 2 minutes will not get carried away, will not be added to another question. Once you click on the next button and submit your answer, a new time will start. So you'll get 9 minutes again for your second question. And the total score for writing an email is 15 marks, and this mark will only contribute to writing. Writing email will not contribute to reading, listening, or speaking. So the whole 15 marks will only be given to writing section. Now that you know we have to write an email, it's time for us to check a template that you can use to write emails. All right, so here is an email template. So the email starts with "Dear Dash." In that dash, you write the name of the person you're writing the email to. After that, we're going to enter twice and we're going to continue. I'm writing this email to bring to your notice that. After that, you need an independent clause, which means a complete sentence. A complete sentence is one where you have subject, verb, and objects and give you a meaning. For this sentence, you don't need to look here and there. The sentence will already be in the paragraph in the email. So you can just copy paste the whole sentence. After that, we continue our second sentence. So I would like to, and after to, you will write an action that will again be given in the question. So after like to, make sure that you're using verb 1. Verb 1 are words, base form of the verb like talk, walk, dance, sing, watch, see. These kind of words are V1. So make sure you're using them. After that, we're going to explain what we want to say in our email. So we'll start firstly, we should. And after should, again, make sure you're writing V1 word, and the word will be again taken from the email itself. And we're not going to look here and there for words. So we're going to take everything from the email. Firstly, we should dash, which will help us meet the target sooner than later. The next step, suggestion and idea. So for the slash, you can use just any one word. You either use the next step or the next suggestion or the next idea is to, and then write again point number 2, which will already be given in the email with V1 eventually, and then you add in additional information that's going to support your first point. So eventually, after eventually, make sure you're using verb ing like dancing, singing, drinking, eating, watching, like this ing with ing. The last but not least, we're going to use one word or noun phrase or any verb ing word from the email again, and we're going to use pave or paves depending on what your subject is. So if your subject is singular, you use paves with plural. If it is plural, you use pave only. So the path to a better future, anticipating your positive response, kind regards, you write your name down there and then check your answer. If you're satisfied with whatever you've written, go ahead and submit your answer. You'll get another email and you can use the same template again. After getting to know this template, it's definitely time for us to do a question. So I have a question here, an example for you to look at. All right, so let's see what the question says. You are a fitness instructor and you want to motivate more adults to exercise regularly. Write an email to your clients suggesting different types of workouts that they can try. Your workouts must relate to the following classes: cardio, strength, flexibility, and balance. Provide supporting benefits for your workouts. All right, so now we're going to do it exactly the way we just talked about. So we'll first start with dear clients, because definitely we are a fitness instructor, so we need to write an email to our clients. So we're writing dear clients, comma, and enter twice. I'm writing this email to bring to your notice that. So here, after that, we need a complete sentence. And a complete sentence, I told you that you don't need to look here and there, and you're going to take it from the question. So it says, you are a fitness instructor and you want to motivate more adults to exercise regularly. So here we're going to say, as a fitness instructor, I want to motivate more adults to exercise regularly. So as you see, I have just made a few changes. With you, I have made I, and for you are, I've said as a. Okay, other than that, everything is the same. So next sentence, so I would like to, after like to, we need to use a V1. So for verb 1, we have suggest, which again, I'm taking from the question and I have not taken from anywhere else. So I would like to suggest different types of workouts that you can try. So for they, I have made you because we're writing it to the clients. Next, now we have to include cardio, strength, flexibility, and balance to our email. So firstly, you should do cardio and strength exercises, which will help you meet targets sooner than later. This is the same. Next, the next idea. So now here we have used a next idea instead of next suggestion or next step. The next idea is to focus on flexibility, eventually making your body resilient. So making is V4, and we're just making your body resilient is just a supporting sentence for the first one. So to increase flexibility, and at last but not least, learning balancing exercises paves the path to a healthier future. So for learning balancing exercises is our noun phrase here. We have started with verb ing. It's not necessary that you start from verb ing. You can also start with a noun or a noun phrase, but here we have used ing. So learning balancing exercises paves the path to a healthier future. Anticipating your positive response, kind regards, and then write your name here, and we're going to submit this. Okay, I hope this helps you get your thoughts cleared and what you can do and what you cannot do. After writing, we get to reading. In reading, we have a total of 5 questions, and out of 5 questions, 3 are the most important. The rest of the questions are not so important, so we'll see. Okay, so let's start with our first reading question, that is reading and writing fill in the blanks. In reading and writing fill in the blanks, you'll get a paragraph. The paragraph will be up to 200 words. There are going to be 4 or 5 blanks in each paragraph. You will be given options and you need to select from those options. You have to read the paragraph, understand the paragraph, know the meaning of the words given in the option section, and place the word which you think fits best in the paragraph. To do this task, you get 2.5 minutes each, and you get a total of 5 questions here. And the total time for reading is 30 minutes. For this question, you will get a total of 25 marks in reading and 25 marks in writing. Though you do not need to write anything, this question will still give you marks in writing section. After you're done with the reading and writing fill in the blanks, you'll get to multiple choice question, multiple answer. This is one of the not important questions in PT sections. Even if you skip this question and do not want to do anything, that is okay. So here you will get a paragraph, you will get a question related to that paragraph. You will be given multiple options here, and you need to choose multiple answers. But like I said, if you want to skip this question, you do not want to do, you do not want to choose any options, that's also all right. You will be able to score 65, 80, or even 90, whatever your desired score is, but you do not need to spend a lot of time here. If you get the answer right for this question, you will get 1 point in reading only. Mind that there is negative marking in this question, so the answer that you give, it can be right or wrong. So if it's right, you'll get a point. So if you give a wrong answer, the marking will go into minus, but you don't need to worry. You'll only get 0 if your answer is wrong. So don't worry about this question. You can totally skip this question and move to reorder paragraphs. Now, in this question, you will have a few sentences. Those sentences will be all jumbled up, and you have to make an order reading those sentences. There's a total of 2 questions minimum, and the total time is 2 minutes. So if you get 2, that means you have 4 minutes to spend to this question. The marking can be a little different than what you see on the screen right now. Only 1 or 2 marks, because we have 8 marks here, but it depends how many sentences you get in reorder paragraphs. So what you need to do is find the first sentence. According to the first sentence, what you see there, you make second, third, fourth, and you make an order like that. For every correct pairing, you will get 1 point, and there is no negative marking in this. After reorder paragraph, we will go to drag and drop blanks, which is again a reading fill in the blanks, and you'll get a paragraph with few blanks. Again, you'll be given options, and then you need to choose words from those option section and fill the blanks. The paragraphs will be up to 80 words, and a minimum of 4 questions. Definitely they will come in your exam. And for time, you will have again 2 minutes to spend for each question. So for 4 questions, you will have 8 minutes. Here in reading section, if you do your questions quick enough, you'll save a lot of time in the last question. But since the last question, which is multiple choice question, single answer, it's not very important. So make sure that you're spending enough time to give correct answers, especially in fill in the blanks and reorder, because they're the most important and they give you the most marks. For marking section, for marking, you will get 18 marks in reading, but again, it depends on how many blanks you get, because if you have 4 blanks, let's say in all 4 paragraphs, you only get 4 blanks, your total score will be only 16. So it depends how many blanks you get. And then the last question, that is multiple choice single answer, you don't get negative marking here. You will get again a question, a paragraph to read and choose your answer from other options. In multiple choice, multiple answer, you had to choose multiple answers. For this one, only one answer is correct. All right. And if the answer that you have chosen is correct, you will get 1 mark in reading section. And if it's wrong, you get a 0, no negative marking. And after you are done with reading section, you will get listening questions. So there are a total of 7 questions under listening section, and the total time is 30 minutes. We'll begin with the first question, which is summarize spoken text. So again, like any other question that we've so far discussed, you see stars here. The stars represent that these questions are important. So pay close attention to these questions and practice more. For summarize spoken text, you need to write a summary for an audio. So the audios for all question under listening and even from speaking section, the audios are going to be played only once. So make sure you make the most out of that audio. You will get an audio. From that audio, we need to take words, we need to take notes to write a summary. I'll also give you a template after this to see how you can use that template to get your score. For the time, you get only 8 minutes of time. Under 8 minutes, you listen to the audio, you write your summary, you check your answer, everything. And the score, you will get 10 in listening and 10 in writing. You have to write your answers in the box. And 1 question is compulsory. You may or may not get 2 questions, but even if you get 2 questions, you can use the same template. You'll again get 10 minutes of time to start writing your summary. After summarized spoken text, we get multiple choice question, multiple answer. This is in the same concept that we discuss reading multiple choice, multiple answer. In this question, you will be given an audio. In reading, it was okay if you skipped reading the paragraph, but here you need to listen to the audio. You cannot skip until and unless the audio is over. And for this question, again, you can totally skip this question. It has negative marking again, but that negative marking will not affect your marks in other questions or other modules. You'll still get a 0 if your answer is wrong. But you don't need to spend a lot of time here. You can definitely skip this one and go to fill in the blanks, which is an important question. In fill in the blanks, the main point is that you listen to the audio and understand the pronunciation and get the right spelling of that word. For the blanks, you will get 4 or 5 blanks in each paragraph. You will get an audio of that paragraph. As you hear the audio, you'll see that the words that are missing in the paragraph will be said in the audio. So you listen to the audio, you get the word, you write the word down in your paper. Do not directly write it in your computer, as it can, as you can miss a few words there. So write it in your paper first, then transfer all your answers in the answering box. Then after you're satisfied with the answers, you can go ahead and submit your answer. For this question, you will get 10 marks in listening, 10 marks in writing, as you see on the screen. But again, you get 1 marks per blank. So if there are 4 blanks, you get 4 points. If there's 6, you get 6 marks. Make sure that you're writing plural, singular, everything correct. If only an S is missing, you will lose marks. And there are 2 questions that you need to do in fill in the blanks, and 3 if you are very lucky. But yeah, 2 is compulsory. After that, you get single answer, which is again in the same concept as reading single answer. But here again, you'll get audio. So you read the question, you listen to the audio, get the answer, and then choose one option from the given options. After the audio is over, you get 20 seconds of time to answer the question. In case if you can't answer the question within 20 seconds, just choose a random number or a random option as answer and click on the next button. You don't want to spend a lot of time thinking about the answer in this question, because this will only give you 1 mark, and this is a not important question. After that, you have another multiple choice question, which is select missing word. In this question, you will get options, 4 or 5 options, which you need to choose from. Basically, you get an audio. You need to understand the audio from the beginning. As the audio moves forward to the end, you will hear a beep sound at the end of this audio. The beep sound represents that the word is missing from this audio. So you look at the options, see which option fits best for the audio meaning wise, then you choose that word. If it is correct, you get 1 point. If it's wrong, you get a 0. You will get a minimum of 1 and a maximum of 2 questions here. And again, this is not an important question. And if you can't answer this well, or you're confused about the question, about the options, just choose any one randomly, like for a single answer, and then move ahead. After that comes highlight incorrect words, which is an important question, which is a very important question. You get a paragraph here, and you get an audio of that paragraph. Whatever the audio says, it's 100% right. Few words from our paragraph is wrong. So you need to identify what words are different from the audio and in my paragraph. As you hear that the word is different, this word was said differently in my paragraph, you just choose the word which you heard incorrect. Okay, and that one word will give you 1 mark. So for one paragraph, you can get up to 4 or 5 words, and for each word, you will get 1 point. Mind that this has negative marking, and it's not like multiple choice, multiple answer where we get only 0. Here, you can actually get a minus, and this minus marking will also affect your reading score, as this question gives you reading scores. So make sure that your listening is accurate and you're highlighting words that you're sure of. You get a minimum of 2 questions here and a maximum of 3. You don't need to spend any extra time after the audio is over. You're going to give your answers in real time, and after the audio is over, you can go ahead and click on the next button to submit your answer. For the last question, after highlight incorrect words, we have write from dictation, which is very, 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 very important, because this is the last one and this has the most marks. So you want to do this correctly. So you get a sentence here. The sentence length can be 8 or 10 or 12 words. You listen to the audio, memorize as many words accurately as possible from the audio, and write it down on the screen. Each word will have 1 mark, and if you're writing any word that does not match the audio, it's all right. The word will be given a 0. You'll get a minimum of 3 sentences in this question and a maximum of 4. You will give 1 minute time to one sentence. But since this is the last question, sometimes it could go wrong. And you see the time for the last 3 questions, you must at least have 3 minutes 30 seconds or 4 minutes on your clock. And even if you have 3 minutes or 2 minutes, you got to do this fast because you want to get it till the end. For marking, you'll get a total of 25 in listening and 25 in writing, which is approximate, because like I said, you get 1 mark for one word, so it depends how many words you get in a sentence. That will determine your marking. Okay, and after you're done with write from dictation, your test is over. You raise your hand and then walk out of the room, take your belongings and go home and wait for your results. Before anything else, let's take a look at summarized spoken text template. For summarized spoken text template, we have a very short template here. The word count is only 20 to 30, so we have to make this template very short. As you see, the template is short and there are a lot of blanks. So I'll tell you what you need to do here. You just memorize this template, and in the blanks you will write nouns. For nouns, you listen to the audio, write down every noun that you hear from the audio, and you write the words in the template. For words, make sure that you're writing only one word. Do not write phrases, write only one word. That will help you get 20 to 30 word count. And after you've written everything, you check your answer, full stop, comma, spaces, capital, anything. And after you're satisfied, you just click on the next button to submit your answer. So this is the template. You can write it down or screenshot this. Now we'll go to a question. We're not going to play an audio right now. We'll do it sometime later in next video. But here I have some random words as nouns, and then we'll see how we have used these words in our template. So the template starts with the audio was mainly about. After about, we write words that we heard from the audio. We're going to use words researchers, teams, strategies, animals, urban areas, process, individuals, fear, tolerance, dynamics, colleagues, species, mammals, and birds. We're not going to use all the words. We're only going to use any 8 of them. So you choose which words you want to use, which you don't want to use. So we have strategies, urban areas, and mammal. The speaker stated such words as researchers and colleagues. Finally, the speaker talked about fear, tolerance, and also about individuals. So we have used strategies, urban areas, mammals, researchers, colleagues, fear, tolerance, and individuals. Let's take a look at another example here. Another audio has results point, Emma's urbanization processes, benefit, predators, problem, city, influence, reduction, genes, variation, conservation, researchers, presence, areas, changes, questions, notion, tourism, defenses, cues, and world. For the first sentence, we have the audio was about tourism, urbanization, and conservation. The speaker stated such words as changes and questions. Finally, the speaker talked about predators, genes, and also about cues. If you closure, you'll notice that all the words or the majority words that we have used in our templates are all plural. That is changes, questions, predators, genes, cues. Even in the first one, we used mammals, strategies, colleagues, individuals, everything was in plural. One reason for that is if you're using plural words, you don't need to worry about nouns. You don't need to worry about articles like a and the. We often miss or and the when taking words, but if you're not writing article for nouns, it is considered wrong. If you put a plural noun there, you don't need any article to support the word. That's why we have focused mainly on plural words and not in the singular ones. But if you see words like conversation or tourism, you do not need to add any article before them. So that's also all right. All right, that's it for today's video. I hope you learned some insights into PTE Core. Let us know what you want to see next, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.